call me a racist?
Oh my god, it is episode 139
139.
of the Keep on Trucking podcast. Yeah. No. Wow, 139.
Yeah.
I got this it's called a red eye.
Oh yeah.
And I'm fucking wired, bitch.
Oh, you got it at the at the place. At the
Yeah.
place around the corner.
The barista over there, she's like nice, dude.
Yeah.
I walked in and she was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, "I don't know you."
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was like, "What do you want?" And I was like, red eye with ice. I didn't know you could do that.
Why is it called the red eye?
Because it's 2 shots of espresso.
Because it gets you high, man.
Wow, dude, we're shooting this in your living room.
I know.
I think it's the first time we've shot in your living room.
Yep.
The whole time I've secretly wanted to shoot it in your living room
Why? How
since we
come?
started. Cause it's a perfect setup. We got the couch, the camera. It's just the couch.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a couch. Yeah. Yeah. It's not bad. This living room is kind of a mess right now. We have too many toys in here right now.
You do, bro. You guys have your living room is like it's a Toys R Us.
Yeah. Well, Mia is a whimsical child. So
Mia,
she
your roommate.
she brought lots of fun things in. We've got this old GameCube here.
All right.
Did you ever have a GameCube?
I hated the game cube. The game club.
The Game Club. The gay club. I hated the gay kids in the GameCube. But
Wait,
yeah,
did your school had a gay club?
a gay club?
Yeah.
No.
Our school did.
A club for kids that are gay?
Yeah.
I mean, no. What? Well, first of all, I went to Catholic school.
Oh.
So that whole thing is a big gay club.
Yeah.
That whole religion. R.I.P. Pope Francis.
Oh.
But
R.I.P.
yeah, too soon.
He was too young.
He was too.
He
He had so much life left to.
That's always annoying when like old people like say that someone old died.
Yeah.
He was so young.
Yeah.
I was like 50.
Yeah, I like what you said yesterday. You said like, what did you say?
I said that.
Yeah, you said like, I wish I could. Oh, you said that about white people. That's a white person thing.
What?
That white people, they say when someone dies when they're 50, people say, "Oh, he was so young."
No, I said that's an old person thing.
Right.
I didn't say white people.
Oh yeah, you want to get old enough to where.
No, I'm saying like I said once you hit 30 years old, you gotta say shit like when you hear someone old dies, you go, "Oh my god, he was so young."
Yeah. What do you think is too old to say that?
35.
35.
I think 35 is a perfect age where you're like, he was so young, and someone goes, "Well, that was enough."
Dude, 35 is young.
It's young.
That's young to die.
It's not so young,
Right.
bro. The go-to age, I'm like, it's funny because I'm working on a bit about this today. But the go-to old age is 30. Like if you're like at a bar, something like, "What are you, 30?" And you're like, "Oh."
I think you might be thinking about just the people that you're running with. I think it's all relative, man. There's a lot more people.
I forgot you hang out with the old men.
There's a lot more people than, I mean, listen, you're the one that's about to step into 30. I'm trying to mentally prepare you.
That's why I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
That's why that's why I'm like, people are gonna be saying, "What are you, 30?"
Yeah.
To me when I'm like at the playground, and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, so."
Yeah, well, that's because you hang out. That's because the people you've been hanging out with have been like, "Oh, look at this 30-year-old."
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that you weren't hanging out with who. Think about like the comics, like Carlos. Has he ever said, "What are you, 30?"
Yeah, and he's like 33.
Okay,
It's crazy.
Well, he's an idiot.
Carlos. Fight.
That guy's a stupid asshole.
Who do you think would win in a fight? You or Carlos?
Carlos. He's like a little meatball. Dude,
That's why he's a dad.
Yeah,
once you're a dad, you get like an ungodly amount of strength.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think I would probably lose. I'm not a very good fighter, but
No, you scratch.
I bite his eyes out. I fight real dirty. No, I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of height on him. He's very short.
Yeah,
But he's probably strong. He seems like he's strong.
I feel like if he was an inanimate object, I'd refer to him as that ain't going nowhere.
yeah. He's like a fire hydrant. Yeah. Talking about Carlos Patino,
Yeah.
the stand-in Host.
The Stand in California host. Speaking of which, you might be going to California.
I am going to California.
I still can't believe it, dude.
I booked a date out there, so I would actually force myself to go.
Tell the people where you'll be at. Tell the people where you came from.
June 10th, I've got a roast. I'm doing a roast battle.
Where?
At the Comedy Store.
The
The world famous Comedy Store, the Belly Room.
Belly Room. Wow,
I got Ash Casanova. And yeah, I can't wait. I think it's going to be awesome.
Dude, how exciting. They usually have like celebrity judges for the roast battles out there.
Yeah, maybe I'll meet Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah.
He gets involved in that a lot, right?
Yeah, dude. Jeff Ross is a host during a lot of the. I don't know now. I really stopped keeping up with the Comedy Store since the pandemic.
Yeah.
But before that, I was like, oh my god,
I can't wait, man.
dude, it's a magical place.
I have no concept of the Comedy Store, but everyone says it's like the best club. Like, of course, I always thought like New York has the best clubs, and of course we have the Cellar, and the Cellar's great. But
Yeah.
every time we go to the Cellar, it's like it feels like you kind of. I mean, where we're at in comedy, it's like. It's just like
we're
not really there, and
No.
like we can't. It's something we can't breach. You know, maybe you run into like, Dan Carney, and we've met him, and then he's hanging out with somebody who's hanging out with Jay Jordan, who might be hanging out with Shane. So it's like all
right.
this.
But at the store, it's like
Yeah.
you're in it, like because at the Comedy Store, you gotta go downstairs, sit down. There's nowhere to really hang. They got the area for the comedians, and that's it.
Well, the olive tree upstairs.
Yeah, I know, but you can't really go and sit next to them. You can't. Or you
No.
But like at the store, they're just like there in the hallway, and you could walk past them.
Right.
And,
right.
And then they'll be talking to somebody you know. The store is just sick, bro. It's 3 rooms.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, bro. I haven't been there in like 5 years.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. Are you gonna come with me?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it.
I'm subletting my room out for beginning June 1st, because I thought that's when we were flying to California, and then
Dude, yeah.
you hit the old switch on me.
Well, my sister called me. She's graduating college June 13th.
Oh, your younger sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I gotta be there for that. I was planning on leaving June 1st to like June 7th.
Yeah, sorry.
And then I got a road gig I gotta cancel in Massachusetts that I still haven't told the guy, but it's
It's
on
in
the
mid-June?
13th. Yeah, it's on the 13th.
Okay.
The road gig, but that's the same day my sister's graduating, and she
Okay.
said she might be speaking at it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Communications major.
Oh yeah, bro.
Mass communications.
Bro. She's gonna go to the microphone. She's gonna be like, check 1 2. All right, we're ready to roll.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm so proud of her.
And you're like $200,000 well spent. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
Can I go?
To the graduate? Hey, if there's no tickets, because you know sometimes you gotta buy tickets and shit.
Would it be weird if I was there and I was crying? Would that be weird?
Why is Luke crying?
Because I never got to have my own graduation.
You know,
I graduated on the couch during COVID.
Really?
I graduated just like this. Oh, they just said my name.
Did your parents dress up?
No,
Did you dress up?
no.
Were your parents? Do they know that you went to college?
I think so. I think they paid for it.
They did. Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about my dad, bro? So when I was gonna go play in Sweden soccer, my dad goes, "Oh, so I wanted to save. I had money saved up for you to go to college, but it seems like you're taking this route instead of college. So I'm gonna give you the money that I saved for your college route." And then he gave me $4,000.
You know damn well I know that story.
I forgot.
You used to do that on stage.
I told it on stage like 4 times. I never worked, but the people don't know.
Yeah,
That's why I don't do it on stage anymore. But this will give me
really.
Yeah.
What do you think college is? Yeah, that was the line.
Yeah, I was like, what do you think college is? It's just $1,000 a year.
How about my line last night? We were at that show at the Comedy Shop,
Yeah.
and they were going through all the majors because we had all these like college kids.
Like bros.
Yeah, they kind of bros, like these frat guys. Half of them were Asian, but they were like cool Asian guys, you know?
All Asian guys are cool, bro.
But they were like
in my opinion.
Asian. They were I don't mean like cool, like I mean like cool in the conventional, the classic sense of the word. Like, oh, they look cool. They're athletes, you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
What are you laughing at?
Just no, not cool. Like cool.
Shut up. That's not what I sounded like at all.
All right, so I know what you mean, man.
Yeah, like they were. But don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Cool.
It was just fun seeing you trip over your
They were
words.
jocks. They were frat guys. Anyway.
Tell your story, bro.
Anyway, you know, they're all talking about their major, and then one of the guys was like a dancing major, and he was the guy that had just met them that night. He wasn't actually with them.
Yeah, but that guy was an Asian. That was
Right.
just a white fellow.
Yeah. Well, half of them were white and half of them were Asian.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I'm a dancing major. And I was like, yeah, I'd never looked at someone dancing really good and thought, oh, that guy went to college.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy to go to college for dancing. It's like, bro, that's a class.
Yeah.
That's a recreational class you can take.
Yeah, you can actually take dance classes just outside of dancing.
Yeah, with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or if you're a girl.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Or
took
you
a
can
dance
just-
class with Kiwi?
Yeah, I went to a dance class one
A
time.
hip hop class?
Yeah.
Was there a lot of like this?
Yeah,
Going on?
it was a whole bunch of that.
A lot of like, I'm gonna intimidate you.
Right.
But now I'm gonna move my hips.
Yeah. It was like kind of be tough, but also be sexually liberated.
Yeah, I don't
It's a
get
weird
dancing, bro.
Yeah.
In a spiritual level, I don't get it.
You don't understand dancing?
No, man.
What?
I get it, but I don't know, bro. It's just silly to me.
It is silly. That's the point. It's like
that's not
it's,
the point. People like,
No, but it's like it's an expression. It's like letting go of your stiffness.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the point. It's like it feels like cathartic and good to put yourself in that position and kind of embarrass yourself and not care because you realize like once you're going, it's like it doesn't matter.
I don't think that's what people who dance think. I think that's what we think because we don't dance.
I dance.
I know, but you're like you embarrass yourself and you're silly, but it's fine. But then there's guys who like go to competitions and go, "This is my shit."
I'm not talking
They're
about
not
people
like-
who do competitive dance. I'm
they're
talking
not
about the
saying-
average man, the average person.
Yeah.
The point of what dancing functions as for the average person.
Right.
It's just like letting go.
Yeah. I agree with that, but I
Yeah.
agree with like embarrassing yourself and being silly.
Well, it's a little bit embarrassing yourself. It's making yourself
Well,
vulnerable.
yeah,
That's why
that's
you.
what I'm saying.
That's why you wouldn't do it.
That's what we agree on.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that's not. I don't think that's what it is for us. But I don't think people go out to dance and they're like, "Oh man, fuck it, I'm doing it." I think people go, "Yes,
A lot of people do. I
I'm
think.
dancing."
I mean, what are we arguing about here?
I'm not really arguing. I'm saying we agree.
Okay, but you get what I'm saying. That for a lot of people, I mean, dancing is an uncomfortable thing for a lot of people. I think.
Yeah.
But I think it's just the role that it plays is to get over that hurdle, and then just once you're moving, it's like it's just fun, you know.
Right.
You know. So that's what you don't understand.
See, you're the one that's making it be an argument.
Well, you're saying.
What do you mean? That's what you don't understand?
You're saying
I'm saying.
You're saying you don't understand dancing on a spiritual level.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're still trapped. You're stiff.
Yeah, people do tell me that when I dance. They go, "You're too stiff," and I'm like, "Well, all right, I won't dance." I'm like, "Come on, dance!" And it's like, "Loosen up." Like,
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. So are you? Well, you sound like a treat to be with on the dance floor.
I don't go on the dance floor. You saw me when Melanie was here.
Yeah.
I was not a treat to be on the dance floor. I can't let go.
So why can't
In
you let
that
go?
way.
What's the problem?
I don't know, man. If I knew, I'd probably be dancing.
Is it because you don't want to look stupid?
No, I do stand up,
Oh yeah.
and we do comedic acting. It's not. I don't want to look stupid.
Right. So what is it?
We literally try to look stupid for a living.
Yeah, but that's controlled. That's like meticulous. It's like, yeah, we look stupid, but it's all part of the plan.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's different.
yeah.
So
Well, I mean, no, I don't know, man. I
yeah,
don't know why I don't dance.
yeah.
Well, how come you didn't want to dance for the longest, and you're finally letting go?
Well, same thing. It's because you're worried about like looking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, dude. I mean, we play sports and shit.
It's
and
kinda- it's
you look
kinda-
stupid in sports. Like if you fuck up, I skated for a long time. You fall down, you look stupid. That's not it. It's not natural
It's
to my
different.
It's not natural to my body. I think that's why I don't like doing it.
It's not natural to your body.
Yeah.
Boy, ain't you Mexican?
Oh, you Mexican.
You Mexicans are born dancing.
Yeah.
You guys love dancing.
Yeah, bro. That's why I think
It's not
I was-
natural to my body. I'm Irish.
Yeah.
I guess we do.
I
We
was-
do the jigs.
It's the little hoppy things.
Yeah, we do the jigs. Yeah.
Chugga, 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 chugga,
Yeah.
chugga.
Who's the worst race at dancing? And I'm not talking about white. I'm talking about nationality. Worst nationality at dancing.
Do the French dance?
The French. I don't know. Probably like ballroom dancing. But then like also like the new French stuff is like hip hop, breakdance, you know, like stuff like that.
Oh wait, that lady that was breakdancing, was she French?
She was Australian.
She was Australian.
Yeah. Are Australians now the worst dancers after the Olympics?
If that's what they sent, this girl's great.
That was their best.
This girl.
Oh man. See, that's why people are scared to dance.
But she owned it. Afterwards, she was like, "You guys don't understand art."
Yeah, see, that's the bad combination. That's the two people we're talking about coming into one. Like the person I'm talking about is like, yeah, you just gotta let go and just have fun. And the person you're talking about is like, I don't think all people think that. Some people are like, I'm a dancer, and it turns out that this person was like, I'm a dancer who just lets go and has fun, and then was ostracized by the entire world.
The world.
Yeah, by the entire world for dancing like a doofus.
What points did she get? What was her scoring?
I don't know what she got. It was abysmally low. I don't know. I think it's like out of 10 and then maybe 3 judges, and she like.
I wonder if she like knew before she like went up.
I don't think so.
I wonder if she was like, oh fuck, here we go. Or she was like, was it like an improv thing, like a freestyle dance?
I think.
But like even when you freestyle, you still kind of know what you're doing.
I think you're supposed to. I mean, I don't know. Is it? Yeah, I think it is freestyle. You didn't care for it.
I wanted to because I'm such a contrarian, and I was like, "What's the world mad about?" Let me go again. Oh, never mind. I actually side with the world on this one.
Yeah.
For real. And you know, she has like her close friends who are like, "You were great."
Right.
Just don't look at the tape.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't look at the tape. The thing that everyone in the world is watching. Yeah, that's rough, man.
Yeah, but I mean, she seems happy about it.
I don't know. Talk to her now. She probably.
Dude, right? How about dancers like going like on America's Got Talent? Like to me, that's crazy. It's silly. It's like, bro, because dancing is such like a personal thing, right?
Right.
And you're just expressing yourself, and then you got Simon Cowell going, "You suck,"
Yeah.
and then the people go, "Boo."
Yeah.
And then you're just like, "Well, now I would never dance again.
Right.
I'm never gonna dance again."
The way I dance with you. Guilty feet have got no rhythm.
Oh my god, my feet are so guilty.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. What did you do? You can't dance because you.
I kicked the cans into traffic.
It wasn't me. It was my guilty feet. This guy blames his feet.
Frankie, you're so stiff on the dance floor. It's because I stepped on a dog that one time.
That's why I cheated on you, because of these guilty feet.
I'm never gonna dance.
These guilty feet brought me to that woman's house.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, man, you just gotta loosen up, man.
Yeah, that's what they say when I'm on the dance floor, and
Yeah.
I'm like, why don't you fucking mind your own business, huh?
Yeah.
And it's like my aunt.
Next time you go dancing, just be stupid and just move. I think, it's kind of a self-fulfilling thing, because if you don't want to make yourself look stupid, then you're obviously uncomfortable, and then everyone notices that you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But like, if you just go really way over the top with it, then everyone's like, he's having fun. You know?
But that's the thing. Going over the top, you're assuming people are looking at you.
Right.
Everyone's just dancing in their own world, and then you're like, whoa, and you go over the top because you're like, well, I'm performing.
Well, over the top for you would just be like getting to the point where you're moving to the point where you're moving and not so stiff. So if you decided like, I'm gonna go way over the top, that would probably like land you in the normal range, you know?
Oh no, dude! I start punching.
I start kicking these guilty feet on the dance floor.
Also, I don't like parties.
Yeah, okay.
Like in the sense where, you know what's crazy? I like a party vibe where everyone's like dancing, or I like a concert where everybody's like, jumping around. I'll jump around.
Yeah.
But if there's like if it's like a party and everyone's like dancing, people are dancing, some people are like talking. That's why I don't like clubs. I guess maybe that's the thing, because I want to talk to my guy and riff and shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna eat your chips, my guy.
Yeah.
I want to talk to my guy and riff and whatever. But then there's loud music playing, and I'm like trying to like tell someone like a joke, and they can't hear me, and then like I start coughing because I'm straining my throat.
Right.
And the guy who I'm talking to is like, I'm gonna go dance now because you coughed in my face.
You know that your most valuable asset in the hang is like your sense of humor.
Yeah, and then when there's loud music,
You can't do that.
then I'm just standing there, and then I can't dance. So
But
I'm
you
just
have
like,
good physicality.
what's that?
Like your physical humor is
think,
good.
You think I'm physically attractive?
Yeah, you have good physical attributes.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. I thought you said there wasn't a gay club at your school.
I'm not gonna eat your chips, my guy.
Let's tell a story real quick. There's a fucking asshole here. Bro, we're having...
What if he's like a dedicated listener?
Fuck that fool. Stop listening. I'd rather him stop. I'd rather him fucking... I was going to say something mean.
Yeah.
So, we're having a hang here. Me, you... And
I can't remember. I hit up everyone and I was like, "Hey, anyone want?
Okay.
You can come to my house."
Correction, not everyone. Friends.
Yeah.
We hit up friends to
Yeah.
hang out here. And then Diego is like hanging out with two randoms, and he goes, "Yo, I'll shoot through, but I'm with these two guys that I've never heard of. I've heard of one of them, but I'm not gonna say their name.
Yeah.
Well, we've never heard of one of them. Not really friends with him." And he goes, "Yo, is it cool if they come?" And we're just kind of like, it's not really like a thing with strangers. And I'm like, all right. And then Diego ends up not coming, but he sends these two fucking guys that we don't know.
No, he came.
Oh, Diego came?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Oh, he came. Didn't he come later?
Yeah. No, he came with the guys, but then he left. Or
Dude.
something. Something happened.
Something happened where it was just
Something happened that was fucked up.
where it was just us in this living room. Three close. It was me, you. Was it Alex, Josh,
I think it was like me, you, Evan was there, and then maybe like...
No, Evan wasn't there because Rachel was moving in.
Oh, yeah. That was
Yeah.
when we had that big couch.
Yeah. So
That Sam was always like, I can't sit on it.
yeah.
It's-
So it was me, you, Josh, and I think Alex. And then fucking Diego comes with these two guys, who are just the worst hang of all time. Diego leaves. He like drops them off.
Yeah, yeah.
And now we're just kind of like looking at them.
It was like a play date.
Also, like, why did they come?
I don't
like,
know.
what?
I think they thought it was a party.
How? Yeah, dude. How?
Diego
social-
probably pitched it wrong.
Dude, it was unbelievably uncomfortable. And then they were just like sitting here. And
Well, they're comedians.
I had a bag.
We just
yeah,
didn't know them.
I had a bag of chips.
We probably could have done a little bit better at hosting.
Fuck that, bro. It wasn't for them.
Yeah.
Fuck Diego for doing that.
Yeah, that was fucked.
I love Diego, but god damn it.
Yeah.
Dude. So then they're just sitting here, and then what happened, bro? There was like a bag of.
There was like a I think there was like a bag of chips, and then one of the guys like made a joke, like he went to go like pretend to eat them,
Yeah.
and then
And
no one laughed,
And then I said, "Oh, those are my chips."
and then
It was like a small bag of chips. Too.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a big bag of chips.
or I think you said those are my chips, and then he was like, "Whoa, I'm gonna eat them," and then no one said anything, and then he was like, and then he like tossed you the chips, and he was like, "I'm not gonna eat your chips, my guy."
And it's like,
And everyone, and it was like
nobody.
it was just so icky.
Oh, it's like nobody knows you,
It
bro.
was just disgusting.
and then we left, and then I left to go help Rachel grab her stuff.
Oh yeah,
I was like, bro, I'm out of here. And
Yeah.
then I came back, they were gone.
yeah,
Bro, I still don't know. I blocked out what that guy even looks like or his name is in my memory.
yeah,
So much so that I've said what's up to him, like mics and shit.
yeah,
And then either you or Alex were like, "Oh, that's the guy that said I'm not gonna eat your chips, my guy." And I
Yeah.
go, "Ugh."
yeah.
I said to hide at him. God damn it,
You
bro.
flushed his face.
Dude, which is good because if
Yeah.
it wasn't for that, it'd be fate on sight.
Yeah, he didn't really do anything wrong. He's just like he's actually there is nothing that he did wrong
I guess that's
in that story.
He just came.
We just hated him. We hated him because he was weird and skinny, like he was weird looking.
and then
He looked like he had like a bird posture.
and then he said, "I'm not gonna eat your chips, my guy."
Yeah.
Oh, dude. How
Yeah.
come we didn't just kick him out? Hey, you guys gotta go, bro.
Dude, I don't know, because I don't know. I've been in places where it was like weird that I was there. You know what I mean? Like when you're growing up and people were like, "Oh, let's go here. This is an open house," and then you go over there. I mean, I told you that story about like,
Yeah, but hold up, real quick. That's a key phrase. When you were growing up,
yeah,
this was like fucking 2 years ago.
Yeah,
it was like
that-
last year.
yeah, that was pretty recently.
I'm not gonna eat your chips, my guy. Hey, leave.
Yeah, what a fucking piece of shit
Also,
that guy
if
is.
I'm like in an
Let's
area,
put his name out. Let's dox him.
I forget even. I don't even know his name,
I know his name.
bro. If I go to a place where I'm uncomfortable like that,
You
I'm
live.
not fucking grabbing people's chips and attacking them for it.
Right.
I'm gonna be personable. I'm gonna be quiet, and I'm gonna leave immediately after after I drink a glass of water or something.
Yeah. Yeah. After you drink some water from the faucet. Yeah. You say nothing, drink water from the faucet, leave, and you're like, that was very respectful. Everyone's like, that guy was weird.
You didn't even grab the chips.
Yeah.
What were we gonna say? When you were growing
nothing,
up?
man. Oh, I told you a story a long time ago about like when, you know when you would go to like a friend's house and they would kind of have this confidence about like something that they're allowed to do, and then you're like, are you sure we're allowed to do this?
Yeah,
and then they would get in trouble.
Right.
Like, I remember, like, you'd smoke weed, like, right in someone's car, and then they'd be like, all right, let's go in. And then you walk in, and it's just their entire family.
It's like a family?
Yeah, like, sitting. Like, why did you do this to me? Like, now I have to talk to everyone, dude. What the fuck? I know these people.
Dude, did I tell you the time where I was at my homie's pad, and, like, a third guy came with weed and shit, and he was like, yo, you guys want to go smoke weed in my car? And we were like, all right. And this kind of like, as I'm telling it, not really along the lines, but kind of.
Okay.
But he goes, you guys want to go smoke weed in my car? We're like, oh, all right. I didn't really smoke, but I was there for the hang. So we all get in his car. His girlfriend was there. So his girlfriend's sitting in the passenger seat. He's sitting in the driver's seat. And it's three of us in the back. And we're like kind of talking. And he goes, man, yeah, I don't really rap anymore. We weren't even talking about it. He goes, I don't really rap anymore, man. That shit was whack. And we're like, what? And then we started talking.
Nobody knew that he rapped at all.
And then we started talking about something else, like fucking school or some shit.
Yeah.
And then, like, completely changed the conversation. We're just talking, hanging. And he puts on a beat, and he goes, you guys want to hear me freestyle? And we're like, oh, shit. We're like, yeah, hell yeah. And then he starts freestyling, and the whole time, he's freestyling, but all the verses he's saying, he's, like, talking about how he cheats on his girl. And his girl's sitting next to him. And she's like bobbing her head to it too. And he's going, I don't even love this bitch. On the way over here, she sucked my dick. And we're like, yo. And she's like, And she goes, yeah, man, but on Saturday through Sunday, I got a different bitch. And she's like, yeah.
Talking about you, bitch. Sitting in the seat next to me.
With your ugly ass teeth. And she's like, yeah. Bro,
cross-eyed bitch with your big ass nose. I'm about to tear your ass apart with these flows.
Ain't got no teeth. Bro, I was like, I didn't really know him, so I was like, is he fucking with us? And like, bro, like, you know when you don't want to laugh, so like it just goes to tears? I was like fucking in, bro, I was like I gotta get out of this fucking car, dude, I'm gonna laugh. And he's gonna think that I'm laughing at his freestyles. And no wonder he said fuck rap. He keeps dissing his girlfriend. He like just dropped a hot diss track, bro.
Yeah.
God damn it, bro. That shit was.
Shawty dance while I diss it to the beat. Fuck the words. You don't listen to them anyway. Yeah, it struck a nerve, sucker. You know that song?
Sucker.
Yeah.
Damn.
Cold Wind Blows.
By whom?
Eminem.
Whoa.
You like Eminem?
He's a 70s black guy?
Eminem.
He said sucker?
Sucker.
It's like a 70s black guy
Yeah,
thing.
struck a nerve, sucker. Yeah. Yeah, alright. What y'all young bloods know about Marshall Mathers?
Sucker.
Sucker?
You went on the road this past week, huh?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
How was it?
A little disappointing,
Oh.
to be honest. None of the shows really had great turnout.
Shit. What was the first show?
So the first show was it was supposed to be 4 shows, and it
Yeah.
ended up being 3 shows. We were supposed to go to Indiana, then Ohio, then Virginia, then Pennsylvania. We cut out the Ohio, or the Indiana. The first night. So we got about halfway to Ohio. We left Wednesday and we drove till maybe like 11.
Yeah.
And we got about 5 out of 8 hours there, 3 hours the next day to drive. And we stopped at this little truck stop in West Virginia.
A TA?
Yeah, TA. Trucker, what is that? Truckers Association?
Travel,
whatever.
something, yeah.
Yeah. But you know those spots.
Yeah,
That's that's a big hub.
Yeah.
So is that kind of where it goes down? Like, I know I've asked you about this before, but like, there is like a culture in trucking where it's like the guys, there's like some gay stuff going on, right?
Whoa. Hey, Not on the podcast.
So what is it?
No, I didn't see much of it, bro. A lot of it probably because I drove for companies most of my life. A lot of that like trucker culture, that low key like gay shit or like hooker shit, is it's in like more like independent truck stops.
Okay.
And then like the trucking companies I was working for, I would stop to get fuel like at big like corporate like Loves, TAs, stuff like that. So like if you're like seeing like lot lizards and shit, you know, even though they do hang out in these, but it's more low key. But I didn't see as much as like I guess people think that there is.
Yeah.
And maybe as big as it was like in the 90s.
Yeah.
I don't really see much of that. There's no really glory holes anymore.
Gay. It used to be more prevalent to be gay in trucking culture.
Yeah, the TGC.
It went the opposite of like the rest of the world. As the rest of the world went gay, the truckers were like, "Oh, well, it's not fun anymore."
Won't fuck with that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. They completely destroyed the TGC,
What's the TGC?
the Trucker Gay Club.
Oh,
That I was a proud card holding member.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We did have that in school.
The TGC.
Yeah, the TGC.
My father was part of the
Guess
TGC.
that was a gay club. But anyway, so we get about 5/8 of the way there, and then the booker is like, okay, I got you in this Econo Lodge.
Yeah, don't talk shit about the hotel, bro.
Okay, yeah.
He'll get you banned, just how he got me banned
Okay.
for talking shit about the
Yeah.
fucking dirty ass motels he puts us in.
Yeah. So anyway, so he. So we stop at this. I'm like, oh, maybe we can get some cigarettes. So I pull up to this TA, and dude, it's like this whole, like it's just like a compound of vice. There's like the cigarettes and the beer shop here, and then there's like the truck. All the trucks are parked.
It's a strip mall of vices.
It's a strip mall of like everything that like a trucker would want. There's like the diner. Right. There's the beer and cigarettes, and then there's like we keep driving around the compound, and there's like a porn store, like a adult video store.
That's crazy that it's still even.
I don't understand how those places stay in business. I mean,
they must be like fronts.
Maybe is it like? Yeah, it's probably they just like get their dick sucked in there.
Who?
Truckers.
By who?
Whoever's working. You know that Tom Segura story, right?
No, what happened?
Tom Segura tells the story on stage about like how because he looked so old when he was in college, he used to be like he used to buy porn for all his friends, and then and then one day the guy because he was in there so often, the clerk at the porn store was like, "You should go to this other store. Like I think you would like it." And then he went to this other store, and the guy like took him in a back room, and he was like, yeah, so there's like a little glory hole, and if you put your dick in there, someone might suck it. And Tom's like, "What is it, a girl?" and the guy's like, "You see any other cars in that lot?" Like it's just the two of them. So it's probably maybe something like that, and maybe that's keeping the TGC alive.
Right, the Trucker Gay Club.
Yeah, the Trucker Gay Club.
Did you go into the porn store?
No, we didn't go into the porn store, but we kept driving past the porn store, and we saw a strip club.
Okay.
And so
what was it called?
It was called Jill's.
Oh, with a G or a J?
With a J.
All right, good.
Gills. Gills Rusty Pole.
Gills Rusty Pole.
Gills is like a man's name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a gay guy back home named Gil.
Oh yeah.
He was gay, and then
Gay guy Gil.
And then he stopped being gay. And then when he's a comic too. His name's Gil Fiero. Very funny fella. So this is how gay he is. He has a whole joke where he does a Wonder Woman act out. He's like, "I'm Wonder Woman," and he does and he has like a lisp, and he goes, "I'm Wonder," and he does like the spins, and like he like really enjoys doing this act out.
Yeah.
And the crowd goes wild for it because he's gay. And then he does it well. So I come to New York. I'm out here for like 2 years. I go back. I'm like, "Oh shit, where's Gil?" And they go, "He's over there, but he's not gay anymore." And I was like, "What?" Like, yeah, he stopped doing the Wonder Woman act out. And I was like, "No." why is he not gay? And there's something with his mom and religion and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so he is gay.
He's
just-
gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I left, and then I go back again after another year, and I'm like, so Gil's not gay, huh? And they go, no, he's gay again.
Yeah. Yeah, it turns out that's not how it works. Yeah.
Anyways, so you go to Gil's Rusty Pole.
So I go to Gil's Rusty Pole, and so we just see it, and then we just kind of get the cigarettes, and then we check into the hotel, and then me and Dan are just sitting there, and we're just like, I feel like just for the story, we should go to Gil's just to see, like, right? Because like,
Yeah, you gotta.
we just gotta see what's going on in there. I mean,
You can't not go to the strip club.
yeah, I mean,
3 single men.
yeah, it's like a
2.
It's like it's our first night on the road. We want a little adventure.
Yeah.
So we drive back there, and we walk in.
No,
and
when you're driving back, do you have like the little tingling in your asshole? Are you like nervous?
a little bit,
All right,
a little bit,
a little excitement in the car.
but we're customers, you know.
Yeah.
I'm to the point where I'm like, you know, I know how to condone myself.
Whoa.
You know, I'm like, you know, I have as much right to be here as anyone.
As any other TGC.
As any other trucker. So, but my image of it was I was gonna go and it's just gonna be like, you know, the salty spittoon or the
How tough are you?
yeah, and just a bunch of truckers all swinging and fighting each other using chairs as weapons.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, and then like there's like it's like she's my cherry pie, and just like, you know, gonna be like a whole crazy party.
You're gonna have muscles on your muscles.
yeah, and then you know, like you hear like a scream, and then a lady runs out of the back room covering her tits, and then that guy comes out after. Where are you going?
With fucking with the 2 revolvers shooting in the air.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I sort of imagined was going to be happening in there.
Whoa. So you rolled up your sleeves?
Yep. So I rolled up my sleeves, and then I remembered what my arms looked like, and I rolled them back down. And then, and so we go in, and it's like there's like a partition room. It's like a cover room that you got to pay cover before
Right.
you go into the main room. Little room, and there's a guy in the booth, and then behind the booth I can see like a door that
Ooh.
leads into the main room.
A sneak peek.
And there's like a girl just sitting there like on her phone, and then she like looks up and sees that we just walked in. She's like, oh shit, and just like puts her phones down. And
Yeah, because you can't put it away. Because
Right.
she was wearing her underwear.
right, so
She just puts it on the floor.
yeah, she just puts it on the floor. That's right, yeah, she puts it
In her bag.
She puts it in the front.
Oh.
What is that? Yeah, so
That's my chastity phone.
yeah, so you know, and it's kind of like I'm getting the vibe. You know, when she gets up, it's like when
Wait, what was the cover charge?
$5.
$5.
Yeah.
Well, now right there when you hear $5, you're like, yes, $5, or you're like, ah, oh, Jesus.
I'm like, what a steal. So anyway, so we pay the cover. The girl, you know, we see the girl in the background, kind of whatever. And then we walk in. Barren. Completely empty.
Wow.
Big showroom. Big stage, like multiple poles on the stage.
Yeah.
It was pretty, I mean, I was impressed by the scope of the room.
And it was architecturally beautiful.
No.
Oh.
But it was like
Doesn't take much.
it was
to impress
it was a real strip club. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah.
It wasn't like some fucking. It was like, yeah, there's some shit goes down.
It was like shiny, and there was the lights.
it was shiny. It was purple.
purple.
Yeah.
Yeah. National strip club color.
Yeah.
Purple.
I later said like that place was pretty good, and Dan was like, "Pfft, you know nothing about strip clubs, and I was like, well, not really, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I have been to one strip club once before.
Where?
It was called the Spearmint Rhino.
Oh, that's a chain. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so funny. There's a chain strip club.
The Spearmint. What is Spearmint? Is only a gum flavor.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as spearmint anything, except for gum and I guess the Rhino.
What does that even fucking stand for?
I don't know.
Spearmint.
It's probably just a type of mint. The
Yeah.
spearmint.
And
Maybe
then
it's the shape.
And the rhino.
It's
is-
probably the shape of the leaf. It's like a spear.
Spearmint.
I would guess that's what it is. You know,
And then-
should we look it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. And then
Yeah, look up what spearmint means.
rhino is like it's just a plain word like, oh, you're like you're hard.
Oh yeah, you're horned
You're horny.
up. You are a minty horn dog.
I'm gonna look up spearmint.
The minty horn dog.
So spearmint, botanically known as Mentha spicata.
Mentos
Perennial.
spicata?
Yeah, it's a perennial herb with a distinctive sweet and slightly cooling flavor. It's known for its various culinary and medicinal uses, and practically in teas as a flavoring in both sweet and savory dishes. Spearmint is also used for the name of strip clubs. Huh.
Yeah, right.
Weird.
Yeah, shut up.
It's weird that I would say that.
Wait, why is it called spearmint?
I don't know, bro. Oh, appearances. Spearmint is a plant with square-shaped stems, serrated leaves, and small white or pink flowers.
Huh.
Maybe the spearmint is like a girl thing. Spearmint. All right,
I don't know.
Let me see what the fuck. All right, so let me look up spearmint rhino.
Yeah.
All right, spearmint rhino gentlemen's club, New York City. Okay, now they open at 8. So if we leave now,
Yeah, let's just pull up short.
we're gonna get your early bird special.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was the only other strip club I went to. And yeah, definitely that was nicer.
Yeah,
But strip clubs are all fucking shady.
Yeah.
Guys running security with ponytails. And
I hate ponytails
yeah.
on the guy.
Yeah.
Love him on a girl.
Yeah, and like I mean, you know, it's just a job like any other. It's not like
Yeah.
there's still people that are just cranky that they're working and
I had a buddy who worked at a.
yeah.
He was a security guard at a strip club, but he wasn't like a tough guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't like a cool he wasn't like a buff tough guy,
Yeah.
but he was black.
Okay.
Which is I think why they had him as security there.
Yeah.
I think people just go, oh shit,
Right.
watch out for that guy.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you're at Jill's.
It would be funny if they had like Gary Coleman's first job was a bouncer. They're like, you can hold this down, right? What? Yeah, you're scaring me right now, man.
Do you think you'll be able to be a bouncer at a place?
Gary Coleman, you know who that
No,
is,
yeah,
right?
yeah, the short fella.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying you.
No,
No.
I'm not tough.
Yeah, that's how you know, like, that's the ultimate test of, like, whether you're tough or not. Because you could hype yourself up in the bathroom all day. Like, you, man,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna fucking push me around.
Yeah.
And then, you want to work as a bouncer at this club? Like, oh, no, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I would get overrun
Yeah.
by like,
By the ladies.
yeah. I mean, like, there's some men I could hold back, and some men I couldn't, and probably more men that I couldn't than I could.
I would be very picky, choosy if I was a bouncer at a place. If there's, like, a fight between, like, two, like, big guys, I'd be like, oh, shit. But if there's a fight
You're filming?
Yeah. If there's a fight between small guys, I'd be like, break it up. I'll
Yeah.
start punching them and shit.
Yeah.
It's overusing my
That's
power.
how you know. That's how you know you don't get any respect. People don't even let you fight at a place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, I don't think I could be a bouncer.
All right, so you're at Jill's.
Yeah. So we walk in. The room is completely empty, and except for there's a bartender and an old man at the bar. So we go to the bar.
Bartender, hot lady?
No, like an old lady,
Uh-huh. How is she dressed?
just wearing a t-shirt.
Ew.
Yeah.
Nothing under?
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh style.
She's like in her 70s.
Maybe the 60s probably. But
She was so young.
yeah, yeah, she was not. She looked like she was 80.
Wow.
But she moved like she was 35.
Oh, now is the man dressed like in a cool like suit? I imagine.
No, this is a truck stop, man. That
Oh.
guy's wearing like a hat, and,
God.
you know, like a cutoff, like a jean jacket that's cut off at the sleeves with
Oh.
a t-shirt under it. You know,
All right.
camo hat, big
Alright.
beard.
Whoa.
Yeah, pants that don't quite fit.
Do they look like you're surprised that you're there?
Pair of boots that perfectly fit to his feet because he's been wearing them for 10 years.
I was like, it sounds cool.
That guy was awesome. That was the highlight of the night. I was like, take off those shoes and let me see those grooves. Yeah.
You guys tipped him?
Yeah, yeah, we put it in his beard. But so we get the drink, and then we turn around, and the girl who we had seen is now standing next to us, and she's like, "Hey, how you guys doing?" We're like, "Hey, how you doing?" She's nice and
Attractive?
Not particularly.
Oh Jesus.
She was like she looked like a softball player. You know what I mean?
That's hot.
Yeah. Well,
Like was she like the umpire?
she looked like the catcher.
Okay.
Let's just say.
She looked like catcher's mitt.
Yeah, she looked like. Yeah, she you know. I was trying to do something with underhand, underbite, whatever.
Oh.
She was not attractive.
Okay.
But she was like, you know,
she was nice.
She had tits and a big ass, and
Oh.
she, you know,
Oh, yeah.
she was like, you know, and we're not really there to be like, I'm not there to really get my rocks off. I'm like,
You're just there-
I'm just kind of there because it's like the only thing in this area that we've seen that we could possibly do is
Right.
that. So
Yeah.
like, why don't we just go do that?
Yeah.
Just you know,
Just see what it's like.
just to see what it's like. So she's like, so if you want a private dance, that's $20, and then if you want to get a dance topless, that's $50, and then full nude, that'll be $110 or something like that. And I was like, what if you just get on the stage? I should have just gotten the dance. But I was like, what? Yeah, you know, what if, I don't know, we just get on the stage and then, would that be cool? She was like,
Just-
yeah.
Just already looking for a bargain.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the thing, I should have just done an outright
Dance.
dance, because the way that the strip club, you pay for nothing.
Right. Yeah.
They and the transaction is so like it's like bleeding. It's not like a great single wound, rip off the Band-Aid. It's like piece by piece by
Right.
piece. That's what it's like a death by 1,000 paper cuts type thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I hate about
Strip clubs.
how I spend money in my life. Is it's like I'm like, oh, what did I spend all my money on? And that's like a bag of pretzels and a cigarette, a Lucy cigarette.
The world is just like a
taking the
strip club to you.
Yeah, the world is my
The
strip
world is a strip club. Bam, 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 bam.
made for guys who like pretzels. Maybe some popcorn. And sometimes just one single cigarette.
I'm telling a stripper
When
to get
he
on the
gets
stage.
on the train.
No.
Yeah, but so anyway, so
Wait, hold on. So it was private dance this, private dance. Oh, we just came for a drink. Sorry.
yeah. I mean, essentially,
Yeah.
we're like, can we just go on the stage? We kind of like the main room. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, how much is that? She's like, well, you know, just whatever, how much ever you want, whatever's worth it to you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, that'd be cool. And so we just go. The only one sit next to this massive stage. And she's like, why don't you guys take these seats? These seats will be better. She like makes us move seats so that she can get it better.
Nah.
So there's like a part she can grab onto.
Okay, she goes, oh, I do my tricks over here.
Yeah. She's like got her little corner that she likes. It's probably,
Oh.
So we go over there and she starts dancing. She's good. She's like really good.
Is she doing the thing where
But
she like
it's-
slams her heels together really loud?
No, but she did at one point. She was like, it was ridiculous. She was like on her back and her legs were splayed out, and she was just like, she looked like a fish.
Yeah.
She was just
but
like bouncing, you know.
Some of those moves suck.
Yeah. I don't really know. I don't go to strip clubs a lot. This is my
Bro.
second time at a strip club.
Bro, there's it's crazy that some strip clubs, some of the girls are acrobats. They'll be fucking like you know like in circuses when they have like the like it's like a long cloth thing and they like wrap their legs around and they're just like backwards like in the circus.
Yeah.
It'll be that and you're like, bro, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
And then there's some where the girls just like go,
Dude, they probably make you can probably just clean up at a strip
Yeah,
club
dude.
compared to like being in the circus. Like, yeah, it's more
oh yeah,
respectable, but like,
not at Jill's though.
well, she wasn't doing all that.
She was she was doing the worm.
yeah. She was doing the worm and no one had a boner. But, the worm with a boner.
Oh, the worm with the boner.
Yeah.
I did that.
But, Anyway, so it's just so she's dancing. It's just us. Giant showroom, empty. Looks like in Sopranos when it's just the guys.
Oh yeah.
And
At the Bada Bing.
yeah, at the Bing, and at one point, I mean, it's just so. I'm just like, we shouldn't have done this. This is so awkward. Or at least we should have just gotten a dance so that we wouldn't be on such public display of just like being these fucking assholes. And we're just yelling out one at a time. And at some point, I was like, or she started talking to us because it was just so dead and awkward that she was like, so where are you guys from?
In between dance moves?
Yeah, while she's dancing. And
Oh
I'm like,
God.
thanks. And then I'm like, hey, I really like your tattoos.
You ignored her questions?
No, I answered her question,
okay.
but we're just talking, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hey, I like your tattoo. And she's like, oh, thanks. And I'm like, that date. What is that date? What's the significance of that date? Which is obviously just moronic, retarded question to ask.
Right.
And she goes, oh, yeah, that's the date that my mom died.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah.
What year was it?
I don't know. I didn't even see it.
You just saw numbers?
I just saw numbers.
You were
I was
just
like,
reaching for conversation.
yeah, I was just kind of trying to make conversation. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And she was like, yeah, that's okay. And then literally 30 seconds later, she like showed us her vagina.
And she had one of these.
Yeah.
Oh God,
So-
dude. Fuck. Well, did you get her name?
It was Callie.
Wow, bro.
Although it's probably not. Hopefully, it's not a real name.
It's just the name of the state she wanted to visit one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So-
next, coming to the stage, Michigan.
Yeah. West Virginia. Yeah, she was West Virginia.
God,
But,
she was vagina.
Yeah. Yeah, North Vagina. That's Kanye's new kid.
North vagina.
Yeah. So anyway, so then I think
Like, how much money you gave her? You think?
I gave her 20, which I was like, I might as well just done the private. But we tip my buddy that I was with, who I might have already mentioned his name.
Yeah.
But he gave her $7 in ones. And then by the end, I had given her 10, so she made 17 off the dance, and then I was like, yeah, take. I gave her another 10.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so nice, bro. Like a guy who feels bad for the waitress.
Yeah, I was like, thanks for doing this. This was fun. It wasn't really fun, but you indulged in our goofy shit. So here, just take this down. So she made like $27 in 6 minutes, which I think that's pretty good.
That's pretty good, man. That's like lawyer money.
Yeah. So then we're like, okay, that was, and then Dan and I look at each other and we're just like, it's so awkward we can't even say anything. And I told him, I was like, and I'll just say who it is because it doesn't matter, but I was like, at no point in my life did I ever think I would look at a vagina and then look over and see Dan Wicks. And if you know Dan Wicks, then you know that guy probably don't spend too much time around vaginas. But
God damn.
no, I'm just kidding. Dan fucks all the time. But anyway, so well, then she gets off, and then Dan and I are like, okay, yeah, let's probably go. Yeah. And then like someone comes on the intercom, now bringing to the stage Chastity. We're like, let's get the fuck out of here.
I feel so bad for the next girl. She come out and she went, hey fella. Oh
yeah, the next girl was way hotter.
Really?
So I wish we would have gotten her, but
she's like
Callie was nice, and her mom's dead, so
Oh, Callie's mom.
Yeah, but then the next day.
So where was she buried?
What time are we at? Do we have time to go into like the rest of it?
Yeah, man, we're at 53.
53. Okay, so the next day we went to Greenville, Ohio, and did a show for 4 people. That was a 10-hour drive for 4 people.
Yeah, bro, that shit.
So that sucked. But it was my first 20-minute set. I did 21 minutes and 34 seconds. And they liked me.
Nice, dude. Who was it? What was the crowd?
It was a man, his wife, his son, and his son's girlfriend.
And they liked it. They got like their own little private show.
The man was like, I'm funnier than you guys, but the
Yeah, because he's probably the one who paid for the tickets.
right.
He's like, oh, I fucking paid $80 for this.
Right. So he's all, I'm funnier than you fuckers, but the wife and the family enjoyed it, and I got to. It was like a practice run,
Yeah, man, that's fun.
So then we got on the road that night, and we made it. We started heading back towards Virginia. We stayed at a Days Inn that night, and then the next morning, and that was the night I slept on the air mattress, and we had an air mattress with us because it's 2 beds and an air mattress.
You brought your own air mattress?
No, they had one, but there was some compromise in it. It was like a slow leaker.
Ew, bro.
Yeah.
They had an air mattress at the motel? Oh,
no, we brought it with us.
Oh.
They didn't offer an air mattress. They would just sell you another room. That would be terrible for their business model. Oh yeah, you can just put a bunch of air mattresses in there. Here, we'll give you the air mattresses. No, so then the next day we went to Manassas, Virginia.
Manassas.
And at the Aroma wine tasting place for what turned out to be the best show.
Whoa, nice, dude. How many people?
Like 9.
Dude, that's 5 more than the last place.
Well, so that was the show that I actually had people come out to it.
Yeah.
I had a friend from college. He brought his girlfriend.
Oh, nice.
And it was a nice place too. It was like a classy kind of a wine joint.
Right.
The room was like kind of the right size, and it was just nice.
Right.
And I did the same about 21 minutes.
Yeah.
And I did even better than the day before.
Fuck yeah, man.
And I won't say it all worked, but
yeah,
I started good and I ended good.
Okay.
And I still don't feel like I've done a proper 20-minute set for a real audience.
I mean,
unfortunately,
it's never gonna feel that way, bro.
No, but I mean, yes, it will if I do.
I know. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you talking about?
For 9 people, I mean, that's arguably harder to do it for fucking a room of 4.
It is harder.
And also, these aren't in comedy clubs. This is a fucking winery where you can just see their faces.
Yeah, it is harder.
Because they're just sitting in a plastic chair and you're like standing in front of them. It's not even a stage.
Yeah, but it doesn't. But I'm looking for the information. I want to know where I'm at. I'm looking for the little progress check. Do I have 20 minutes?
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. That's what I thought I would get. So anyway, and Wood came.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
you had 3 people come out.
Yeah, so I had 3 people come out to see me, and Wood missed my set because he got caught up with work. But then he came out for the very end of it, and he caught Dan, and Dan had a great set at that one. And then I got to hang out with Wood, and that was a lot of fun. And my friend from school was like, "Hey, that was really good, man. Like, that was cool.
Sick, dude.
Like, even though you did it for just 9 people, like, that was awesome." So, then we got on the road that night. It was pouring down rain. Oh, also, Dan drove the whole first day, and I feel like Dan learned how to drive on that drive. Like, dude, like,
was he like pushing the brakes with his left foot?
No, but it was like literally like he would go like brrr, get right up on someone and then like slam the brakes and then like
right.
He didn't even know what cruise was. I was like, "Hey, do you know how to work the cruise control?" He was like, I don't think that's in this car. I was like, "Yeah, it is. I can see it right there." And he was like, "Oh, what is it?" And I was like, "It's fucking do this and this." Like, he didn't know how to drive. So like the second day, I basically just like, when we drove through Virginia, I was like, "Can you let me drive?" And I think that was the right day for me to drive, because that was the day we like drove in the mountains and stuff. And,
oh, nice.
And it was beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful drive.
Spring.
And also like that night when we left Aroma,
yeah,
it was like we got just slammed, pouring down rain, So
yeah, bro, some of those trips, one time I was with Mike, bro, and it was like a storm, dude. Like it was raining so hard you couldn't, like, it's rained so hard, like rain I've never seen before. Oh, it was coming from North Carolina.
Yeah.
And holy shit, like I couldn't see like more than like a foot in front of me.
Yeah.
You're just praying that the car in front of you didn't stop.
Right, yeah. You can't see shit. You're just like, and then we went under a tunnel or under a bridge, and I was like, "All right, look," and then Get slammed.
Damn, yeah, but it's like so loud.
Try to figure out what's going on,
But
but
it's just quiet and tense in the car.
yeah, but it was fun. And then the third day, we stopped somewhere in Virginia that night, and the third day we get up, and we had made $70 in tips from the show before, and we went to Waffle House. We used the money for Waffle House.
Yeah.
And then we, like, on the day before, we had been driving and we passed the casino, and I was like, we should go to the casino. And they were like, no, we're not. We don't have time for that. So the next day I was like, guys, let's go to a casino. We went to a casino, and we took the $50. I convinced Scott and Dan that it was our money. Like, it was our money, but I was like, let's just use it together. Like, it's like, we don't split it out. Let's just take the whole thing and just put it on red. Yeah. So we took it, we put it on red, and we lost.
What did you do with my money?
Yeah. So that turned out to be a disappointment.
Just tell them, oh, that was your guys' cut.
Yeah. So, dude, then we got into Columbia, Pennsylvania, which is like a beautiful town.
Oh, my God.
And went to Turkey Hill Museum, which is like an ice cream museum. This museum dedicated to ice cream, yeah.
It's called Turkey Hill?
Turkey Hill, yeah.
You guys want to go to Turkey Hill to look at the ice cream?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a bunch of fatzos running around.
Oh.
But it was cute. And then that day, like, that town was beautiful. There was like an old antique shop. We got lunch. It was great. And I was like, this is going to be like
the best show.
Like,
yeah.
I went to, there was like the town's on a river. I like went to the water, read that Todd Perry book. And then we go back to the showroom, 5:30, set up the chairs. 6 comes around, the people come out, we're setting up the room. 6:30, no one's there. 6:45, no one's there. Show's at 7. 6:55, like 4 people trickle in.
Fuck.
And I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna be the best one.
How many chairs you guys set up?
Like 30.
Well, how many tickets you guys sold?
11, and then like 8 showed up, like, and they trickled in, like half the people were late, and I think I just, like, it was just because I had the expectation that we were built, because the first show was 4, the second show was 8, and then the third show I was like, that's what we're playing, that was practice, this is the game,
right,
and then it was just like, there was no one, and I was like, what, this was what it was all for?
Damn.
Like, and it just kind of like, it just like kind of fucked with me a little bit. How was your set? The worst.
Yeah.
Out of all 3 of the shows, it was the worst show.
Damn.
Out of all 3 of us.
That sucks for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, like, we all bombed. Like, we all. Oh, yeah, it sucked. And then I was like, all right, let's go home.
Let's go.
Pack it up, baby.
That reminds me of this show. I think I've said it before. I said it on this pod, but on Sunday night, me and Mike did a show like in the middle of nowhere, bro. We drove up through the mountains, through like just remote area for fucking like 30 miles, finally get to a meadery, and then 7 people show up, and I go up, I just fucking eat my dick for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Mike goes up, he fucking eats shit for an hour.
Yeah.
We pack up the chairs, pack up the speaker, the microphone.
Did anyone say anything to you after the show was over?
Yeah, I mean, they stay and talk and shit. Right. But this one was like the least.
Right.
And we just kind of like, we're driving home in silence, and I'm like, well, man, it's Sunday, maybe they're tired, it's late, And then it's just silence. And I'm like, yeah, man, it's not a good crowd for Sunday. And he goes, and maybe we also just suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we suck. It's not a good show because I heard, like, someone went up to Scott and another person went up to Dan after the show.
Yeah.
And I heard them both saying at the same time, like, man, like, what you guys do is tough.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the worst when they say that shit. And they think they're being nice.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you're saying that I made it look hard. Yeah. And it was.
And it was. And I did. And
it did.
And please just tell me I suck.
And now I gotta drive 15 hours.
But actually, I prefer that to, like, everyone's like, oh, I would rather someone say you suck than say, like, oh, you're doing great.
Yeah.
I'm not like that. I would rather hear someone say, like, keep going.
I would rather them be like, you're the best. I can't believe it. Even when you suck, you're so good.
Yeah, I would rather someone just suck my dick all the time. That would be awesome.
And then high five me and then give me a tip.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wow. And then them being like, you want to do Letterman? And I'm like, is he back? And they're like, yes.
He's back for you, baby. Get on that stage.
And we're getting the band back together.
Yeah.
Why'd I say all that, man?
Well,
let's get off.
That's the show, and that's the road.
This is the show.
That's what happens,
and
man.
this is our life.
And that's. But hey, Dan said he would bring me back out.
There you go, bro.
I did an hour of comedy in 3 days,
Dude,
which was
amazing.
cool. And I did 21 minutes for a room of 8 people, and they like it popped them.
And then I saw you do 2 minutes for a room of 3 people.
I did more than 2. Come on.
I was in the bathroom. I was timing it.
Yeah.
You did 3, bro.
Did I?
Yeah, because I shipped for 3.5 minutes. I went in before you got on stage, and I got off when you were. Oh, you were still on stage when I got off, but you were getting off. You were saying goodbyes.
Yeah, whatever.
It was 3.5.
It was the bullet. I'm your host. Actually, no, I'm not.
Bro, that was so funny. So Luke's Luke has a spot. Man, he has 2 spots that night. Very jealous.
Yeah.
He has 2 spots that night. The first show is running late. We're all hanging out in front of the bar. Luke comes out. He goes, "Hey, can I host?" Because you're trying to get the show to get started.
So I can get to the second.
You go, "Hey, can I host?" And the guy's like, "Oh, yeah, man." And you go, "Well, actually, I gotta leave."
Can I just go first?
Damn.
That's how it should be, man. Someone should just go up and just truly take the bullet and then just not have to go up anymore.
Like in Rose Battle?
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's call it there.
All right, cool.
This is episode...
Oh, dude, wait. I have spots to plug.
Oh, dude, plug them.
Okay, so on May 22nd, I'm gonna do a feature set for Al LaBelle
Whoa.
at
Al LaBelle. Is that a guy or a girl?
What?
Is that a guy or a girl?
It's a guy.
Is it Al LaBelle or is it
It's Al LaBelle.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna do a feature set there. And
Where?
At Grove.
Okay.
And that's at on May 22nd at 8 p.m. So if you could come to that, that would be cool. Whoever is listening to this. And then we do have people in California that listen to this.
Oh, dude.
And on June 10th, I'm going to be doing fucking roast battle at the Elbow Room. So come on out and watch your boy.
Elbow room. The belly room.
The Belly Room.
The fuck's the elbow room?
The Elbow Room is in Connecticut.
We should set up a show for us over there, bro.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right. This has been episode 139
139.
of the Keep on Trucking podcast. Yeah. No.
Are you calling me a racist?